Hi, my name is Anna and welcome to the Up for Dinner cooking show. Today we're going to be cooking something very easy and delicious and nutritious.
You gotta cook and you know you're not a chef, but the kitchen shouldn't put you to the test. So put your apron on, turn up the heat, and in a matter of minutes we'll be ready to eat. Up for dinner. You're watching up for dinner.
Okay, mushroom gnocchi, delicious, nutritious, and simple. Of course, our base is always tomato and onions. The ingredients today are the mushrooms, the tomato, a little bit of basil, some dry mushrooms here, porcini, delicious. You can use porcini or any other dry mushrooms, whatever you choose. And a splash of cream. We'll also use a little bit of flour, literally just like a tablespoon at most. Of course, a little bit of herbs and salt. And that's about it, Parmesan if you'd like, but that's it. So let's start washing the ingredients. Everything got washed, so we can actually begin our cutting process. So usually I start with the onion, peeling the onion. I don't know, you guys might be crying over it. For this recipe, I'm using 2 smaller onions. So I think you can either do the same or just use 1 large one. That could work just fine as well. There's gonna be lots of chopping again, you guys. Back to chopping. But that's actually perfect. Some tomatoes, like when they're a little bit riper, they actually cook better as well. Okay, done with this. You can probably put it right in here. Okay. Well, now we're gonna cut mushrooms. But to be honest with you, the other thing that I do with my mushrooms, I remove the stem, as sometimes I feel like it's not my most favorite part. Depends on the mushrooms, of course, but these guys particularly, they have a hard stem and it almost requires a little bit more cooking to make it yummy, so no point. Cutting is actually, I think, it's kind of relaxing of an exercise because I like things perfect, not gonna lie to you. And so cutting them in these perfect little pieces, it's almost satisfying. You know what I mean? There is something to it. It looks so nice and it's nice to eat something that looks so nice. If that makes sense. Okay, so we're done with our prep and now we're gonna jump into actual cooking. So we're gonna start with the olive oil, obviously. Nice grilling these guys first. And yeah, we're gonna cook the onions first for about 5 to 7 minutes. And when they're golden, we'll mix in the tomatoes. And just a reminder that you also need to start boiling your mushrooms, your dried mushrooms, as they cook at the same time with the onions and tomatoes. It's looking nice. It's looking like it's almost caramelized, if you will. And we're gonna be adding our tomatoes. So now, step 2 is complete. We let it cook for the next little while. This step is ready. I'm gonna grill these mushrooms separately. It's all gonna make sense to you guys at the end, I promise you. All right, we're gonna add some salt to the mushrooms, just a little bit. There is a theory that you shouldn't be putting any salt on the mushrooms or veggies until it's kind of like cooked-ish, because salt essentially drains water and immediately things will get a little bit more watery. However, I actually welcome that a little bit of water. I want that moisture out because those mushrooms need to be crispy and delicious, and they're going to be a little garnish on top of our dish, okay? All right, our mushrooms are cooking, and now we need to blend the boiled mushrooms as they were cooking right here behind me. Ooh, steamy. We need to blend them with just a spoon of flour and a little splash of cream. All right, we're gonna blend it. Just a splash of cream. And we need a spoon of flour. I think 1 spoon will be plenty. I'll maybe do 1 more. Okay, so it's 1.5 spoons. Okay. So essentially this is our sauce. It just needs to cook for a little bit. And flour is gonna make everything set. So essentially that's the reason why you need 1 or 1.5 spoons of flour, is for it to actually go nice and gooey in this delicious dish. Another thing that you guys probably want to consider, again, it's a mushroom dish, so the more the merrier. We have delicious truffle that would be nice to mix into it. Just again, just a little drizzle will go a long way. Okay, so this is good to go, you guys. The next thing that I need is the actual gnocchi. All right, so now we're adding the gnocchi, and we're gonna add them directly into the sauce and stir them gently for about 3 to 4 minutes, and your delicious dish is done. One last step. So we're gonna stir them in the sauce for about 3 to 4 minutes. And you can serve it and truly enjoy it. And I always love to add a little bit of basil. I'm breaking it with my fingers as I feel like it's actually gonna make the juice to come out a little bit stronger. The moment of truth. Wow, it is delicious. I need a little bit more salt, just a pinch. Very yummy, actually. It's done, it's done, it's done. So I'm gonna be serving it. I hope you guys will love it. All right, we're gonna be serving, and we're gonna surprise your loved ones with this absolutely delicious and hearty recipe. And then we add some Parmesan. And most important thing, we also have the mushrooms, you guys, to garnish your dish with. And there you have it, an absolutely delicious dish for your family to enjoy. Let's try. See you next time.